Our love brings us both closer to God. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Core Union. I want to read a follow-up email from my client that I just created the video to explain how she's been getting really good movement with her specific person for quite some time now. And the one little thing that he said that was just so incredibly profound and proves how when we have little bits of resistance protecting ourselves from being hurt, most likely in our true love, our mirror souls inside of them, they're also going to be having this barrier up when it comes to allowing themselves to trust and love you. He described it as I don't know what it is, but every time I've seen all of your messages, all of your calls, there's a little man inside of me that stops me, showing that little inner part of my client that was programmed unintentionally when she was a child. Now she's a grown up and she has this baggage of these insecurities that have nothing to do with, it's not her fault. It's not any of our fault when we grew up and we were all during our formative years, we all were programmed because that's just how our subconscious minds are. We're just like a sponge and we are just taking in all sorts of things that are happening, and we are perceiving that something is wrong with us, that we caused things. And when we're hurt by people, we're also to simply stay safe. If our caretakers, which are like our gods when we're children, if our caretakers are doing things and saying things to us to harm us, we are blaming ourselves for all of that. So we're literally taking all of that in like it's our fault, there's something wrong with us, it's something defective. And anyway, we carry that up until we're adults and we've been programmed to believe that it's not safe to allow ourselves, it's not safe to allow ourselves to trust. It's not safe to love. Relationships aren't safe. People aren't safe. I'm not safe with people. I'm not safe to be loved. I'm not safe to feel safe. Men or women aren't safe, aren't dependable, aren't reliable, all of that stuff. I'm going to read this email now. This is a follow-up to my last video. I pray that it helps a lot of you. So before I do, please do email me a short description if you want me to be your coach to help you manifest your specific person back or to change the dynamic, or if you want to manifest anything else related to health, money, security, any form of transformation that you want. I know that I can help you. Email a short description to kim@coreunion.com and then book a session or a package with me on my website, coreunion.com. My scheduling assistant will get back to you as soon as possible. So she wrote, Dear Kim, I've always wanted and affirmed that I would be a success story in one of Kim's videos. You did mention some story, but not the end result. I guess now I should affirm being a success story and getting my end result. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to tell you on our call that I've been doing some very serious Ho'oponopono prayer for how I was perceiving him and to come out of my own fears and insecurities. Maybe that's also helped in improving our communication, and it 100% has. I just don't know why he did not wish me on my birthday, wish me happy birthday, and did not send me his customary big bouquet of red roses like he has in the last 6 years. And he did not forget it because he was involved in planning the theme of the cake and the gift that the friend group arranged for me. In fact, the cake theme was his idea. And he did mention a few things about me to write on the cake, which only he knows. So he was genuinely involved in it. And as I told you, he even said, Happy birthday, darling, when he landed his plane in the US. Sometimes I feel there is some ghost in his country or something that stops him from showing me how much he cares, because as soon as he lands in the US, he's a completely different person. And then he behaves as if nothing happened. Since you asked for some awesome communication details, I want to give you some updates on the last few days. Since he landed in the US, I told you we talked over 2.5 hours that night when his flight was delayed. And now we do talk every day. Even on Wednesday, we talked for almost 2 hours in the evening and almost every morning. He's showing me the proof that I'm the first person in his mind when he wakes up, because when he wakes up at all weird times, early morning due to jet lag, he always messages me about it. With all this communication and movement, I'm still getting scared to think, is this real? And my stupid mind starts thinking, is it too good to be true? And as you said, it is me and my thinking causing the man inside him to ignore my messages. We'll put a flag inside that too. I am seeing it so clearly now. I wonder, what can I do to control these thoughts and enjoy whatever communication and movement is happening, which is so much better now of how it was in the last 6 months since I had confessed my feelings for him. Maybe you can make this video next where you can give me the answer to my question based on what I just mentioned above. What should I do to get rid of this fear and enjoy my amazing movement? Thank you for making this video. It felt so good to hear my story for once, but the goal is to be the ultimate success story, where the man inside of him gets confident enough to do exactly what he wants to do as well, which is to reply immediately to each and every message of mine, which is what he always did before my fears got a hold of me. There are a few things I want to address in this. Thank you for sending me the email. And I know that a lot of you, if you're in this kind of similar collective, you'll get a lot out of this, or at least I pray that you do. The reason why he probably didn't wish you happy birthday is there was probably a little part of you that had a lot of resistance around that because it was so important that he did. Your life is reflecting you, and it's not like everything goes, okay, everybody, hold on. It's their birthday, it's Christmas, it's Thanksgiving, it's this date, it's that date, it's the anniversary. If you have some resistance around something because you've made something so important, most likely, if you have a little bit of an old story, it's going to show itself through things like what you're describing. So it's not a big deal. Instead, focus on all of the energy and effort that you have, solid black and white 3D evidence of how important you actually do mean to him, and stop questioning why that thing that really doesn't matter happened in the 3D. And I know you might be like, but it does matter. My birthday matters. You just don't want to be disappointed. So there's a little part of you that's holding up your barriers, a little like, I'm afraid to go all in and expect this because I'm afraid that I'm going to get disappointed or hurt. So all you have to do when that little part of you comes up is literally just tell yourself, it's safe to feel safe. It's safe to allow yourself to be loved. I am safe to be loved. I am safe to allow myself to be loved. I love myself. I cherish myself. I trust myself. I trust in this love. I trust in us. I trust in our relationship. And I love that we trust each other. And I love that we both feel safe with each other. I love that we are each other's happiness and home. I love that we both feel so secure with each other. And then you can just imagine that your person is right there holding you, and just imagine that they pull you close and they hear them say in your ear, God, I love you so much. I'm so thankful that you love me so deeply. I'm so thankful because you are everything that I've ever wanted in my life. Okay. That's what you can do anytime you feel that sense of fear. Also, you might just want to do a little revision of a time when you were a kid, where this is what I did. I did a ton of revision around anything that came up, like when if my mirror soul Hannah, I always did my absolute best when especially when a lot of the stuff was coming up, to detach it from them and to then to go within, give myself the love that I need in that moment, not to stuff it down or reject myself, not to abandon myself, so I can step in and I'm choosing myself. I'm choosing to love myself. I'm choosing to allow myself to be love, to be pure, unconditional love, and to show up for that little part of me that needs that love in this moment. Open myself up to God. Thank you for loving this fear and pain out of me. And then I go down into when I was younger. I imagine myself literally saying anything I want to say to whomever hurt me. And then I imagine that they actually catch themselves, hear me, and then come to me and give me the love and apologize to me. Because the little part of me, that little man inside of him, that little girl inside of you that he's reflecting back to you, she needs to get something off of her chest from when she was a kid and her caretakers were making her feel abandoned or rejected or not important. Allow yourself to go back in time energetically, say what you need to say, Be seen, be heard, because that's what it is. You need to be seen and heard and loved. We tend to mistakenly put this on our specific person, but that's not fair. So detach it from your specific person. This belongs to mom, dad, uncle, aunt, teacher, somebody. Do a little revision on that and let them apologize. Let them hear you and let them apologize to you and let them tell you you deserve so much more than this. Okay. Let them tell you whatever you need to hear. The other thing I wanted to address where you called your fears stupid, please don't do that because that's, again, you're blaming yourself. Nobody should be blaming themselves for the things that they manifested with their specific person. The things that came up with their specific person came up so you can see your own insecurities and fears around love and then allow yourself to do the inner work so that you become the love that you deserve. And also, you learn how to really get in true authentic empowerment, which is all unconditional love and forgiveness. I am always cherished. I am always secure. I am always loved. I am perfect in everything I say and everything that I do. I love myself. I adore myself. I cherish myself. I prioritize myself, all of my needs. I'm always seen. I'm always heard. And I'm perfect exactly how I am already. And I've healed enough. And I know and I trust that love is safe. Our love is safe. We love each other. We trust each other. We always bring out the best in each other. Our love brings out the best in each other. Our love brings us both closer to God. Okay. And we enjoy this deep, sacred love between the between the two of us and trust in that. Give yourself the love that you need. Don't stuff yourself. Don't stuff your emotions down. Don't reject yourself. Don't abandon yourself because that's exactly what your person is showing you to stop doing. It's meant to be this way. It's supposed to happen so you can learn to be secure in yourself and love yourself fully and deeply and cherish yourself and who you are. So give yourself the love, cry, get it out of your system, say some affirmations, open up to God to give all the love to you that you need in that moment. Do some revision of the past. You can also do some revision with you and your person too, like I mentioned. Also, Ho'oponopono is huge. Obviously, I can help teach you guys how to do all of this if you want to schedule a session with me. I told you how to do that in the beginning of the video. Don't worry about holidays. Don't worry about birthdays. Don't worry about specific days. Instead, just focus on what I said because this is showing you something within yourself that you have to stop doing and stop plugging yourself into your specific person for your specific person to validate you and all of your needs. That's a lot of pressure to be putting on your manifestation and to be putting on someone, even in the 3D. Okay. Anyway, I love you. I hope that this video helps and I'll talk to you soon. I love you. Bye. Nothing can come, nothing can come, nothing can come between us.